Welcome back, stackers. In today's video, we're going to look at a less common coin to stack than the popular US American Silver Eagle coin or the popular 4/9 fine silver Canadian maple leaves. Today's coin is arguably more attractive, it is lower in premium, and it does come in an odd weight. Stick with me as we take a closer look at silver coins from St. Helena, coming right up. Hey, alright, welcome back, stackers. So here on the channel, we commonly talk about American silver eagles, fractional gold, Canadian silver maple leaves, generic silver bars like 10-ounce silver bars, as well as constitutional 90% silver. But we don't often talk about some of the alternatives out there when it comes to either stacking or collecting silver. I do try to mix it in with my normal stacking content, but I really do enjoy showing you guys these beautiful, in design that is, and quality as well, silver coins from St. Helena. Now this coin features the rose crown guinea design in 1 1/4 ounce of 3/9 fine silver with a traditional East India Company pattern in the field. It's got a real nice reeded edge, and it does contain 1 1/4 ounce of 3/9 fine silver. That's right, there are 16 coins in this tube, or 20 ounces of silver. Usually you can pick these up in individual coins from places like Atmex and JM Bullion and other big box bullion dealers. But occasionally they do come into the coin shop, like this particular coin I'm holding right now did. Actually, a bunch of these, over 600 ounces of these, came into the coin shop a few weeks back. Now, both the obverse and the reverse of this coin do feature that distinct East India Company traditional patterns and fields, and I really like that. You can see it's got that kind of checkerboard kind of background to it. And when you look at it as compared to the American Silver Eagle, for instance, you can see that it just a lot more thought went into the overall visual appeal. With the coin to the left and the coin to the right, the more common, most popular American Silver Eagle coin, it's more traditional when you think about its design, obviously reminiscent from a time period in the United States when silver coins were used in basic commerce, day-to-day purchases and stuff. Whereas you definitely have more collector appeal with the rose crown guinea, in my opinion, because it's just all around a nicer coin. I mean, when you're holding both of them in your hand, you can hardly tell the difference in the weight between 1 troy ounce and a 1 1/4 ounce. It does feel a little more heavy, but the moral of the story is comparing them side by side, it really is just a more quality silver coin in terms of its craftsmanship. So something to consider, even against what I think to be one of the more beautiful silver coins out there for bullion stackers, and that is the silver Canadian maple leaf from Canada. Now, the guinea was first struck in 1663 for King Charles II and was a symbol of Britain's rising colonial power. As it became recognized and accepted throughout the world, the guinea was known for its purity and reliability, and the 5 guinea coin even had the engraving Decus et Tutemen, meaning an ornament and a safeguard, further securing its symbol as a reliable coin across the world. My personal opinion when comparing the two coins, now looking at the Canadian silver maple leaf to the right, when it comes to quality, I think they're very comparable. Checking out both of the edges, looking for milk spots, which I don't see, your dings and scuffs that are extremely common with the American Silver Eagle, and other coins like kangaroos even, or philharmonics, which do actually have pretty good quality, or more common silver rounds. So when it comes to a quality standpoint, just comparing the two, I think that you really can't go wrong with either. Now, where you benefit from the guinea is a lower premium over spot. So the maple leaf actually trumps the silver eagle quite a bit, actually, most of the time. When it comes to the premium over spot, they're just cheaper to stack. One of the downsides for some stackers is that they come in tubes of 25 instead of the 20-ounce tubes like the silver eagle. But with the guinea, you do get 20 ounces, just 16 coins in this tube. So just options just out there. So if you like stacking coins that are backed by a sovereign mint, that have a lot of visual appeal, similar to the visual appeal of the modern day Silver Britannia, then perhaps the St. Helena Rose Guinea is an option for you. And that's all I'm really trying to do here, guys, is show you some options, show you some things to consider. So if I had to recap why I think these are an option for silver stackers, it's mostly because of the premium over spot, right? You're going to get the same amount of silver as you would a tube of American Silver Eagles or generic silver rounds. That is 20 ounces of silver in the tube. You're just going to pay relatively a lower price than the Silver Eagle, maybe just a touch more than generic rounds, but you do get a lot more quality. So it's not much in terms of additional cost over spot for a higher quality coin such as this than, maybe your more traditional Buffalo rounds. So just things to consider. If just getting silver at the cheapest price is your number one objective, then obviously, stick to that. I'm sure that will work just fine for you. But if you like to mix it up a little and add a little variety, a little spice, right, to your dinner, make your stack a little more exotic, then I think this is something to consider, because once more, you do get that 1.25 ounces, which is just unique. This really nice, incredible field, this background, just really like it. It just reminds me of kind of a little bit of, like, I would say, historical monarchs and some of the fields you would see on like their banners and things like that, like in France, and just really good artistry, tapestry. I don't know, I'm not much of an art guy, but when you're looking at coins, I mean, you really are looking at art in a sense. A designer and engraver, a lot goes into the minting of these silver coins. So, we have choices out there, right? When it comes to stacking silver and gold, it's all silver, it's all gold, maybe 3 nines or 4 nines, fine, but design appeal is important to a lot of people. And as you know, many of us do buy with our eyes. So I think these are visually appealing. I think they're up there in quality with silver Canadian maple leafs. Obviously not as popular, not as abundant. You may have a little more difficulty selling them than you would the more popular coins, because that's just it. They're less popular, but you do save a little bit more than you would buying some of the alternatives. So I think that's the pro. As far as the cons, like I said, just a little more rare, may have a little bit more difficulty getting rid of them. If you sell them to a coin shop, you could potentially receive the same premium as you otherwise would if you were selling silver rounds. So that is something to consider too. So obviously, pros and cons. Buying something that is a little less mainstream for your gold and silver stack. I just really like the way they look, and I'd like to hear what you think about how they look. Now, something I do want to tell you guys about is a sale that's going to be taking place tomorrow on Atmex.com. Atmex is a sponsor of this channel, and they did send me an email and let me know that tomorrow they are going to be having any quantity pricing on their website and a sale on their 9 fine mint silver bars. My favorite being the 10 ounce, which is a good price point for a silver stacker. I mean, most silver stackers are, let me close that out. Most silver stackers are, looking to purchase something around 25 or less ounces with their purchase. They like to buy maybe more frequently, and therefore the 10-ounce silver bar does tend to fit into a lot of silver stackers' budgets for their purchase. So, any quantity pricing Atmex site-wide, and these 9 fine mint, which is one of the cheapest ways to stack from Atmex.com, will also be further discounted tomorrow, so check them out. Sale will be from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Now, some of the other reasons that I really like this silver coin, once more, other than the low premium, is the fact that you just don't see them very often. And when you're stacking for more than a few years, let's say 5 years, I'm in the 5 to 6 year range now that I've been stacking silver coins, it does get a little bit repetitive, namely when you're making content about your stack here on YouTube, often talking about the same purchases, the same reasons why you're making that purchase, and all that, and reinforcing that over and over again with more content. So when I do have the opportunity to look at something a little bit different that also offers potentially an advantage for the longer term holder of silver, and I say that because I think that if you expect the spot price of silver to rise, that's the main reason that you're stacking. If it's because of your spot price expectation, so that silver is undervalued and that it will rise in value and you'll capitalize on that, then obviously buying it as cheap as possible just kind of pulls in a little bit more profit on a spot-to-spot basis. But if you're someone who likes more keeping it simple, I would say stick to the American Silver Eagle or the Canadian Silver Maple Leaf if you're looking at coins. So that's going to conclude today's video. I really appreciate you being here. These silver coins are for sale, so if you're interested in buying this tube, just have this one tube, first come, first serve, and I'll definitely offer them up to you at a very nice price. Just send me an email. Happy to help you out. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for watching our video. I hope you subscribe to our YouTube channel.